William Jones, the 41-year-old man who shot and killed Pinnon's employee Peggy Anderson in January of 2023, changes his plea back to guilty.
Jones, the man in the yellow jumpsuit here, originally pled guilty to first-degree murder and armed robbery June 14th. Investigators claim they found surveillance footage showing Jones assaulting and robbing Anderson. Jones would later steal her car and leave the scene. He was found in Alabama. He will find out how long he'll spend behind bars July 31st.
And is it true and correct that after having some conversations between court dates, you personally have decided that you would like to have Mr. Zimmerman on your behalf withdraw the motion to withdraw a guilty plea, to have a pre-sentence investigation report, and then to finally proceed to a sentencing hearing? Is that also correct?
Yeah.